Dan rather says, if all difficulties were known at the outset of a long journey, most of us would never start out at all. I cannot and will not deny the fact that this term might be the toughest and challenging semester that I will experience as a pre-service teacher in values education. We started entering the gate of approaches or the different approaches for values education. Here comes the we encounter the wisdom of values inculcation, value analysis, value clarification, and such, and moral development, and most especially our very own PNUAC's approach. And as we walk through the path of approaches, I have realized more the uniqueness and essence of teaching values education among learners, that there is indeed and must be a right, proper, and effective way to teach the subject, and not just by writing reflection papers or doing the very famous role playing. These various approaches give me a bigger picture of the strategies, the do's and don'ts, and the proper activities that and techniques that we can utilize for the learner to gain an abundant amount of useful knowledge to use for their future lives. As approaches be their goodbyes, we will not and should not or should never forget its lesson, as they will be useful for planning the lessons and teachings for students. Now the door towards lesson plan making gets the spotlight, and this would not be, or this would be our most highlighted scene for this video, the colorful and fruitful highlight of our journey in this course. This part has challenged us a lot, from learning competencies to appropriate activities, and it made me realize that activities must be considered and should always be aligned with the learning competencies, since they are our bosses, as they say. But honestly, at some point, and for unknown reasons, I enjoyed making the lesson plan. And with the guidance of a very dedicated professor, Prof. Marte, in Values Education Program, we are able to grasp a lot of knowledge, techniques, and proper ways of effectively doing our lesson plan. Now the spotlight is given to our actual demo teaching. This would be my favorite part of our journey in this course. I definitely gain a lot of tips, techniques, and the right way when it comes to teaching values education. Since my partner and I were scheduled to be the last ones to perform our demo teaching in person, it was my advantage to listen to the avoid and continue parts that I could apply for my actual performance. And I think it was a success, and I can pat myself on the back that I did a great job on that part. It heightened my desire and passion to teach more and be an effective teacher for future generations and for our nation. Going back to what Dan rather says, it was indeed a long journey that I like walking through.